Good morning. I'm late for my own show. Lisa, Shug, Mel, Josh nearly asleep. Well, maybe if he goes to sleep towards the end of the stream, after we do the topics, maybe you can come up, Mel. I miss you. I haven't been talking to you much. I've been busy. I think you've been busy, but I miss you. Okay, let me find the chat on my phone. I'm so unorganized this morning. I don't know if they're still even in here. I'm just talking to myself. Okay. So, how's everyone doing this morning? I need some kind of intro for when I go live. I was just thinking that. Like, I need to come on and say, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Cece. But I don't know if I could do it without laughing. Leave it to Beaver. Hey, girl. Thanks for keeping me up to date what's going on with Hunter T's Chicken Shack. I appreciate that. As you know, I don't get on Facebook. I just never really liked Facebook or cared for it, and all my family's nosy as crap. Morning, Remy. So y'all see I have Angela Boswell in the title. It just so happened to be watching my local news this morning, and they said that she's doing court today, this afternoon. So I think she's going for a hearing on where she broke in her own father's house after he bonded her out of jail and defended her, gave her a place to stay numerous times, took care of her all of her life. She broke into his house. Of course, she had an accomplice, but she was seen taking TVs out and this and that. I can't remember what else she stole. TVs, guns. Pamela, Alex, Angel, Hazel Basil, Debbie. Good morning. Boy, she's a gem. She's working on Daughter of the Year, ain't she? Yeah, I mean, my dad's a piece of crap. Let's be honest. I'd like to have a dad like hers that cared. He seems like a good feller. Of course, he don't want to believe his daughter, his own daughter, knew that her grandbaby was gone and didn't say anything. Of course, he don't want to believe that. Who would want to believe something like that about their kid? And speaking of people not wanting to believe things about their kids, so all of a sudden, here's these videos popping up. Chris Watts lovers. Hey, if you want to be a Chris Watts lover, go be it. You won't be it on my channel. But I'm just saying. I've been seeing videos pop up. Of course, the one about Cindy Watts give the interview with Miss Mintza. Can't remember her real name now. Miss Justice something. In the end, I noticed. So I subscribed because I want to see what's going on and what they're saying, right? I want to know when this lady uploads videos and what's being said. I haven't went and watched the videos, but by the titles, it's putting Shanann down, trying to make out like she has Munchausen by proxy syndrome. Now, how could you know if she had that or not? She has passed away. She would have had to been evaluated. She did not have that. People are so freaking stupid. Grasping at straws, trying to blame her for him murdering her, the baby she was carrying, and their two daughters. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, Mommy Rambling, she's calling all that crap out. I like Mommy Ramblings. Oh, that video was horrific. I have not watched anything on that channel besides the interview with Cindy. But I'm going to, because I went and saved those videos to my watch later, I want to see what's said. But I could tell by the titles and just glancing, the direction it was going to go, the videos. It was going to go in the direction of Shanann had Munchausen by proxy and drugged her children. Gave them Benadryl and Tylenol at night to make them go to sleep. I want to see the damn evidence of that besides somebody's word. That's freaking hearsay. If you're going to make accusations like that, you better have some evidence to back it up. Did you video her doing it? No, you didn't. Pisses me off. Faithful One, good morning. Lovable Road, good morning. Very Mary, good morning. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I got another new channel member yesterday. I didn't know it till I was writing all y'all's names down this morning, so I did a shout-out video. So I want to say, welcome to Misty W. I don't want to say your last name. I'm assuming that's your last name. So I'm just going to say Misty W. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. I won't watch anything that bashes her. Well, I'm nosy, Pamela. You know I am. You know I'm going to go see what they're saying. Florence, good morning. It's good to see you. How can you be so unself-aware of your own damn child that you would blame the damn victim, which happened to bear your grandchildren? I'm telling you, Shanann and Cindy had so much resentment towards one another. You know, I think they just, over time, they just hated each other. Look, nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. We get it. But you don't got a victim bash Shanann. She's dead and gone. Violently, brutally murdered. I think it was violently, the way he did her. Climbing on top of her, sitting on her pregnant belly, strangling the life out of her. It's pretty violent if you ask me. Cindy never even acknowledges Nico. Yeah, sometimes when I say Shanann and the girls were killed, I forget about Nico, and I don't mean to, you know. I always mean to include him, but sometimes I forget. But she's the grandmother. She should acknowledge little Nico. Boy, she is a piece of work. She's one of them people that can't take blame for anything. And I can't stand someone like that. I have no respect for someone like that. I respect someone a lot more if they say, hey, well, you know, I did this. So it probably came off, you know, in a smart aleck way now that I think about it. Cindy can't do that. I can't stand people like that. I know I'm the same way, but I've watched several videos that assist her, and I keep thinking, oh my God, that woman is gone. How can you speak of the dead that way? You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead. Now, I don't know if that includes like murderers that's died. I guess you can speak ill of them. I don't know. But victims like Shanann and the girls, you're not supposed to speak ill of. I think Cindy was jealous of Shanann. Yeah, and I think Cindy was the type who took a lot of jabs. Oh, of course, she wouldn't instigate, like flat out, like instigate. She'd make little jabs to get Shanann riled up. That's my opinion. Because she made little jabs about Shanann's engagement ring and how expensive it was. And, you know, how she didn't have to have an expensive ring like that back in her day. Something like that. Janelle, hey. Tanya Nicole, hey. I think Cindy, I already read that one. Did she even go to the funeral? No. No, she said she didn't think it would be appropriate under the circumstances. I guess Chris, you know, accused of murdering the girls and Shanann and Nico at the time. They didn't feel like it would be appropriate. I don't know. I can't say what I'd do in that situation. I mean, that'd be hard. They probably should have went, though. Maybe they could have asked to attend when, you know, privately after the family did or something. And Cindy did say that she regretted not going to the birthday party. You know, the birthday party they had in, I can't remember if it was Bella or Cece's birthday. But they had one when Shanann visited North Carolina. that last time. Sandy didn't go to the funeral. The Watts didn't go to Shanann and the girls' funeral. Cindy Watts needed control. When Shanann was in control, she couldn't stand it. Yeah, I agree. I had no idea they didn't go to the funeral. No, they didn't go to the funeral. No, absolutely not. They didn't go. I better get to my topics. So I think Crime Online clickbaited me, y'all. It says, bombshell, cult mom Lori Vallow set to walk free, ? And I was like, what the crap? Excuse me. And it says, the mother of the 2 long missing children is due back in court on Friday. As East Idaho News reports, Lori Vallow is scheduled to appear at the Madison County Courthouse in Idaho for a bond reduction hearing. Lori is in custody on child desertion charges after refusing to cooperate with the investigation into the disappearance of her children. Her daughter, Tylee Ryan, 17, and son, Joshua, known as JJ Vallow, have not been seen since September. It says, according to the report, Lori Vallow will make a physical appearance in court at 2 p.m. and access to the courtroom will be otherwise limited because of the coronavirus pandemic. Lori Vallow is being held on a $1 million bond, previously reduced from $5 million. Her attorney has asked for a further reduction amid reports that Vallow is having trouble finding a bail bond company willing to work with her. Nobody wants nothing to do with your skank butt, Lori. Any woman whose kids goes missing and they won't tell where they're at, it's a piece of crap in my book. I wouldn't work with your ass either. Okay, East Idaho News reports that a judge has permitted the news outlet access to live stream the court proceedings. It says, check back with Crime Online for continued coverage. So Friday's tomorrow, right, guys? What's today? Today's Thursday, so that's tomorrow. I'll have to try to watch that. I hope they don't reduce her bond again, but they may. Hey, it's not the judge's fault nobody wants to work with her, dumbass. You know? Her and Chad Daybell, they are freaking weirdos. They really are. He's uglier than Sid, too. He always looks like he's got, like, I shouldn't say that, but he always looks like he's got, like, a permanent frown on his face. So we was talking about the coronavirus. Check out what this funeral service place did up in New Jersey. Decomposing bodies found stacked up in U-Haul trucks. Can y'all believe this? Let me screen share this. This is freaking unbelievable. They just, Lord have mercy, it's awful. Can you imagine if that was one of your loved ones? Just somebody's body just stacked on top of them in a U-Haul? Okay. New York police are investigating a Brooklyn funeral home that has allegedly been storing bodies in U-Haul trucks and other vehicles parked on the street, the New York Daily News reports. Police were called to the Andrew T. Cleckley funeral services in the Flatlands neighborhood on Wednesday after neighbors reported a growing stench from the trucks. These weren't even like, they're refrigerated, like freezer trucks, U-Hauls. Police officers on the scene told the Daily News he saw 15 bodies in the U-Haul box truck stacked up on one another and more in a second U-Haul truck. Jesus mercy. 2 unmarked trucks at the facility were refrigerated, but not the U-Haul vehicles. Jesus Christ, can you imagine that? Can you imagine living near there? And like I said, most importantly, can you imagine this being one of your loved ones? Your son, daughter, mother, brother, husband? This is very disturbing, Florence. Will just uploaded a good video on Lori. I'll check that out, Southern Mom. Janelle, I watched it live this morning. There were 50. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's disgusting and disrespectful. Pamela, Lori Vallow is going for a bond reduction. From what I understand, my stomach's growling. Leave it to Beaver. Yeah, I watched Will's videos this morning. Yeah, he's good at explaining his case. Let's see what else. Gosh, please quit advertising that. Okay, so Brooklyn Bowruff President Eric Adams told reporters on the scene he planned to put together a committee to better coordinate with funeral homes. This community is going to be traumatized by this long after COVID-19, he said. It's going to take coordination between funeral directors, cemeteries, and the city to address this situation. This has blown my mind. I don't know what to say. I've never heard of such crap before in my life. Although I do remember a case on the news one time in the funeral home was caught, they weren't burying people. They found bodies on the funeral home property and everything. And then I believe in Detroit, they found a bunch of babies behind the walls of a funeral home. These people thought they was burying their kids, and that man was just stuffing them behind the wall. It's crazy. I mean, you would think if they're getting overwhelmed with bodies like that, if they can identify the person and the family members in a pandemic like this, they should say, hey, can we cremate because there's just not enough storage here, have a funeral at a later date or something. I don't know what the solution is, but I'm just saying it is freaking crazy. Crazy, crazy. Let me see if I can. It looks like their asses should be in trouble for that. They should be fined. I wonder where Katie F is this morning. I'm getting ready to talk about the Tiger King. Gosh, I should have fixed myself breakfast before I went live this morning. I'm hungry. It's like the worst when you get on a live stream and you're streaming and you're hungry. It's like the worst feeling. I usually don't eat breakfast till late, but sometimes I will wake up hungry early. So a juror from the Joe Exotic trial has come out and talked about Joe Exotic, talked about filming softcore porn during his trial. This is actually not the article I was looking for, though. I'll find the other one in a minute. It said, at his trial for a botched murder for hire plot, convicted felon Joe Exotic nearly got a little too graphic on the stand before his attorney stopped him. A juror in the trial told Crime Online's Nancy Grace. The juror, identified only as Kristen, said in the latest episode of Grace's A Tiger King investigation on Fox Nation that his attorney had asked where he was when he received a particular phone call. I think he said he was in Oklahoma City or Edmond or something, and so he headed back to the zoo, but they stopped at a motel on the way and filmed a softcore porn, Kristen said, adding that she was dumbfounded that he said it. Like, Joe is his own worst enemy sometimes. Like, you can be, actually too blunt and stuff sometimes. The attorney just shook his head, interrupting the answer. He said, okay, that's enough, she said. It's just basically saying the same thing, but I'm getting ready to find this other article. And Joe Exotic is being accused of having sex with animals. This happened in my area. Which one, Joe Exotic or the funeral home, Tanya? Mel, I thought I was ghosting. No, I'm not ghosting you. Are you crazy? Get real. I've just been, you know how I am. I just get busy and I forget. Honestly, I just forget. Oh, let me find this article. I got distracted there. Thanks, Mel. You got me distracted. Thanks a lot. By the way, Mel, my eggs look like the rest of them. I think I got like 10 in my incubator. They're not ruined, that's for sure. So, maybe they'll hatch. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find this juicy article. Oh, any other time it would just pop right up. Okay, right here we got it. Inside Joe Exotic seedy sex den. This man is a freaking trip. I can't help but follow this crap. Like I'm addicted to it. Okay. Usually the Daily Mail sucks at letting me scroll. But we'll try it. Okay. It's loading slow. So Joe Exotic, seedy sex, I can't hardly say that. Joe Exotic, seedy sex den, where he held piercing parties, genital piercing parties, by the way, and filmed sex videos with his husband and other men. Now it sits abandoned after his employees trashed it while celebrating his departure from the zoo. Let's see if it'll scroll a little bit without going too far. See? It's the problem with this. Okay, I'm going to pull it up on my phone and read it. I'm going to stop screen sharing because every time you try to screen share the Daily Mail, it does that crap. So let me just pull it up on my phone. I get really pissed off when that doesn't scroll right, Let me find it. Joe Exotic, seedy sex den. That's a tongue twister right there. Okay, right here it is. Tiger star Joe Exotic home had been transformed into a seedy sex den filled with erotic toys, penis pumps, and even a kinky swing. Jesus Christ. The jailed former zoo owner, 57 years old, abandoned his cabin at the Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park in Oklahoma in 2008 when he went on the run from the FBI. He was later captured and jailed for 22 years after being found guilty of involvement in a murder-for-hire plot to kill off his nemesis, Carol Baskin. He wasn't going to kill his nemesis off. The zoo was taken over by his former business partner, Jeff Lowe, and he made a series of sensational claims about what he found in Joe's cabin. Hey, Joe, Jeff, won't you mind your own business? Because you are a kinky freak too, idiot. It's Lowe previously claimed to have found video footage of Joe and his husband John Finley having sex with animals at the zoo. Now Lowe has claimed he discovered plenty more disturbing items at the two-bedroom bungalow where Joe once lived on the zoo's grounds. According to the Daily Mail, Lowe says he found a huge stash of gay porn magazines, dildos, penis pumps, leather whips, and bondage devices. Well, that's none of your business what had they done in their private life. I don't believe that animal claim, though. Absolutely not. Okay, he said, in filing cabinets, I found penis pumps in several different sizes, condoms, lube, you name it. Lowe is also said to have claimed to have found some stuffed animals with holes cut into them, which have been used as erotic toys, as well as women's lingerie, and a sex swing in the attic. I do not, the other stuff I can believe, but not the animal part. I just, I know Joe Exotic is out there off the chain and stuff, but I do not believe that. Jeff is a known liar, a known animal abuser, too. During the Netflix show, Joe's sex life was hinted at as one of the episodes filmed in his bedroom showed 2 padlocks fixed to the wall near the headboard. The cabin was barely touched after Joe's departure, with dishes still left on countertops and his clothes still hanging in the wardrobe. Okay, so we're going to have to look, I'm going to have to look at these pictures and see. Do you know what? Just because there's pictures, that doesn't mean anything. Jeff could have staged that stuff in that cabin and took the pictures. He cannot be trusted. He's a poser that wears a Harley Davidson leather jacket. He's a poser. He's a wannabe. However, Lowe allowed several disgruntled employees to go into the house and trash it to take out their frustration. Yeah, because that's the kind of person he is. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's a thug. Wannabe thug. Picture taken after his departure shows sofas that have been slashed, drawers emptied, and their contents scattered across the floors. Jeff Lowe also alleged he found emails sent from Joe's account offering men on Craigslist money to have sex with him and Finley and others, asking male prostitutes to call. Oh, like you've never been with a prostitute, Jeff. I don't believe that for 1 minute. You cannot believe nothing that comes out of this man's mouth. Yes, Joe was probably kinky, a little weirdo, but I don't believe he had sex with animals. I don't believe that. I don't believe he found stuffed animals with holes cut out and used as sex toys. I don't believe that. If there's any pictures of it, he probably staged it. He can't be trusted. He's a professional con man. He's been a con man all of his life. Hey, Will, good morning. Janelle, donkeys, horses, sheep, goats, gross. Yeah. Yeah, there was a girl on YouTube. I mean, she made videos about doing sexual things with her dog. She's sick. She's a sicko, weirdo. There's also a documentary on YouTube about a man having a sexual relationship with a dolphin. This wasn't just on one occasion. He was in love with this dolphin. It's freaking sick. It blows my mind. People like that, they got something bad wrong with them. They are not normal. Never was normal. I believe Joe would have packed that stuff up and took it with him. Yeah, and I don't know what it's talking about. He left the zoo on the run from the FBI. I thought he left the zoo. He left the zoo because he was afraid Jeff and them was going to kill him. Jeff is shady as hell. He can say what he wants, but he did steal that zoo from Joe. I know Joe allegedly embezzled some money, and stuff, but Jeff stepped in to be like, hey, you can put the zoo in my name and we'll be 50-50 partners. That's how it went down. And then Jeff completely took control. Once that title, the deed was in his name, that was it. Joe was out. And I believe that's why he pushed this murder for hire thing. I believe Joe did talk about it, but he wasn't going to go through with it because, he's weirdo, but he's not stupid. He'd been feuding with this woman publicly online. If she had ended up dead, they would have went straight to him. That's stupid. But Jeff, when the plan didn't go through, and everybody went on about their business, Jeff got the plan going again by contacting Carol, setting the whole thing up. He even said he encouraged Joe on the phone just to get him to say stuff. Yeah. He needed Joe completely out of the way so that Zoo would be 100% his. And I believe Carol Baskin was involved with it too. Anyhow, Remy, you have got to watch The Tiger King. Very merry. He took animals with him overnight. Like when he was traveling, probably to sell them or something. Who knows? That could be true. He could have done that. I just personally, I don't believe it. Maybe I don't want to believe it. But Jeff Lowe cannot be trusted. That's something I do know for a fact. He is a known liar and a con man and an animal abuser. So his jokes thought it made money from embezzling money from the zoo to pay for sex. Who cares? Yeah, like Jeff Lowe probably wasn't embezzling money either. Yeah, he's going to do and say anything to stay relevant. The more the zoo is in the newspapers, in articles, more articles about it, the more visitors they're going to get. It's promoting that zoo. I believe when the Netflix series first came out, people was coming there. They'd taking 10 of them in at a time, taking them through the zoo. Cars lined up. He made all kinds of money. He's a piece of crap. I can't stand Jeff Lowe in that damn Harley Davidson jacket. Poser. Speaking of posers, Leave It to Beaver sent me a picture, and this is about the Evelyn Boswell case. Megan Boswell's little boyfriend, Hunter T. Woods, got his Facebook back up. I got to show y'all the picture. He's posed in front of his chicken shack, Hunter T's Chicken Shack, Sullivan County, looking like he's somebody important. Let me see if I can find the picture. I've got it in my drive. If I can get my drive open here. Okay, let me switch to... He must think this is blown over with Evelyn Boswell's case, like, he's not going to be in any trouble. He's counting his chickens before his eggs hatch. Wait, I tried to switch my... Okay, let me get into my other Google Drive here. I've got 2 or 3 damn Google Drive accounts. I need to create another one because I'm about full of my storage on mine and Sonny's. Yeah, he's posed out in front of his chicken shack. I said, leave it to Beaver a picture back of my chicken lot. And I was like, look, my chicken lot's just as big. Okay, let me go to my recent pictures. Okay. Let me open it up. Y'all gonna laugh at this. Like he's some kind of big, restaurant owner. Yeah, we're good. I leave it to Beaver. I just saw your comment about me switching topics. I know it. It's sickening. Jeff Lowe is saying Joe Exotic makes sex tapes with his animals. Yeah. He said that there was Remy. I just saw your comment. Yeah, he said that he found video of Joe Exotic and John Finley having sex with animals. Anyways, here we got Hunter Wood up on the screen, and this was the guy Megan Boswell was seeing when Evelyn disappeared. And he's the guy that gave the BMW, wasn't it a BMW? To Megan's mother, Angela Boswell. Then, after the Amber Alert went out, the car was in Hunter's mom's name. I believe her name is Melissa. And they reported it stolen. Well, I think about that. I think they were giving Angela Boswell that car to shut her up because she was on to them. Maybe she's asking questions like, hey, where's Evelyn? I know something's wrong. And they gave her that car to shut her up. That's my opinion. I don't want him on my screen too much because I cannot stand that guy. He is a freaking idiot. I hope they took his phone and searched it, the FBI. Did I see someone say good morning, Harley? Hey, little Kelly's in here. Good morning. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go back up through the chat. And he's also the one that called the baby an it in an interview. Yeah, when he gave the interview, was it with WJHL or WCYB one? He called Evelyn an it. I never had any contact with it. Something like that, he said. I never saw it. It was something like that. But that's not true. I saw some text messages between Megan and one of her friends. I think I've actually showed them. I've got them somewhere in my Google Drive. But she basically admits that's not true. Hunter had seen baby Evelyn before. Everybody knew this baby was gone. Did nothing. Helped Megan cover it up. Hey, Jenny. Jenny Hart. Just saw her in the chat. Yes, Vanessa Morales is still missing. Let's pull her picture up a minute. From Connecticut, right, Remy? Her mom was found murdered. Vanessa was gone from the house. And Vanessa's dad was arrested for her mother's murder. I can't remember her name. See, what's the last article about it? And she wasn't in the home when they found her mother. That's going to be one of those stupid articles that don't want to show you. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, this is one by CNN. It happened in Ansonia, Connecticut. Let me screen share. She's been missing for a long time. And they think that he could have possibly handed her off to family members. And maybe she could be in Mexico or somewhere. Let's see. I was trying to find the exact date she went missing. Oh, Christine Mary Holloway was the mother. She was 43 years old. They did a wellness check, found her dead, Vanessa gone. Let me see when this article was done. This was done February 7th, 2020. Let me get my calendar and look. Exactly, I can find out what date she went missing. February 7th. So she went missing February 3rd. Well, that's when her mother's body was found, and they discovered that she was gone. Was February 3rd. Okay, and Christine died of blunt force trauma. Gosh, Monty, they advertise so much wanting you to subscribe to crap. It gets on my nerves. Okay, so police did issue an Amber Alert for Vanessa. Wednesday, she went missing on that Monday. So Wednesday, they issued one. But later on, the girl's father was arrested for Christine Holloway's murder. And of course, he is the main suspect in Vanessa's disappearance. And they think he handed her off to family members. Remy, thank you. Let me get on my phone and click on that. Because I couldn't find anything current right then. She is a really cute little girl, too. Okay, record. Suspect in Ansonia homicide missing baby case told former girlfriend he would break all her bones. So he's got a violent history. His history, what's his name? Jose Morales is his name. He has a history of pinning a former girlfriend to the ground and threatening to break all her bones, according to court records. Remy, when is this article? Is this recent? No, this is 2019, because this one says he hasn't been charged in Christine Holloway's murder, but he has now, right? I can get you the prior court records. Remy, I think she's in New York or has been moved to where he's from. Is he from Mexico? He was charged with Christine's murder, though, right? I'm pretty sure I did a video on that. I did a couple videos on little Vanessa. Oh, anyone that's a Patreon, I put up a video, by the way, last night. It's really interesting. It's about an Oregon romance novelist who killed her husband for insurance money. It's really, really good. I don't know. I can't remember. Well, I'm going to find out for sure because I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look up his name real quick. Oh, gosh, it wants to pull up a damn baseball player. Must be a baseball player named that, too. So let me put in murder charges with his name. Okay, 43-year-old Jose Morales, who Friday morning was charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence in connection with the killing of his girlfriend, Christine Holloway, remains locked up on a $5 million bond. Okay, that was February the 7th, 2020, this article. So he was charged in February. It says it took nearly 10 weeks, but Ansonia police finally have their man, a man that has long been their primary suspect in the brutal beating death of his girlfriend and the disappearance of their 1-year-old daughter. He's still in jail. I do know that. Now, he has not been charged with anything about Vanessa's Morales' disappearance. You know, a lot of these murderers, they don't want to be known as child murderers. So maybe he didn't hand her off to someone else. I hope he did. But maybe he murdered her somewhere else, stashed her body. Because y'all remember Chris, he wanted to, Chris Watts, he wanted to, say he killed Shanann. But he didn't want to say he killed his girls. It took a long time for him to finally be honest about that, if he was honest. How do I join the Patreon? I can give you a link, Pamela. I got behind and hadn't put up much in the last week, but I try to make myself do it. Now, last night I was doing the video. It was raining so hard. I was sitting right here at my little desk, in a little room, my live stream. And you could hear it in the background at the end a little bit. But it's a very, very interesting case. And I'm getting ready to do another one and put up on there. I watched a movie based on a true story, and I'm going to do a video about it. Denise, Cece caught you live. Lots of love and big hugs, sweetie. Aw, hope you're doing good, Denise. Glad you made it. Okay, he's been charged with risk of injury to a child, February 2nd, 2020. Okay, thanks, Remy. Yeah, you got to keep reminding me about Vanessa's case so we can, talk about it and get it out there. I wish they would come out with some new information about it. I want her to be okay. But in my mind, I think, I think back to Chris Watts. He didn't want to be known as a child murderer. So maybe Jose took Vanessa somewhere else. Maybe he smothered her right then and there after he killed Christine and went and stashed her body somewhere because he don't want his family and everybody to know he killed his own daughter. I don't know. It's just sad. And, you didn't see a whole lot of people talking about Vanessa's disappearance and stuff when it happened. I didn't see any videos about it. I did a couple. Maybe I missed it. People did. Yeah, he's still in jail, Remy. Wonder when he'll be going to trial. I'd say in the near future, Miss Lori Vallow will be going to trial, and I think she's going to get a lot of time if, let me get out of the chat for a minute so I don't push nothing on my phone because I got to go to the kitchen. She's going to get a lot of time if she don't produce those children. I watched an interesting video here on YouTube. It was by Court TV. I posted it in my Discord. But they were talking about Lori's niece, Melanie. And somehow I missed this, but Lori's sister that passed away in the 90s, that's Melanie's mom. And Melanie, she looks a lot like Lori Vallow. But I'm just curious to how Lori's sister died. I mean, she's got a whole lot of people dead around her. Like a whole hell of a lot. I don't believe in coincidences like that. Let me see if I have any more coffee made. Probably not. No. Oh, well. I've had enough anyways. Yeah, Pamela, when I get off here, I'll give you the Patreon. I'll go get the link, and I'll put it in Discord. I'm getting ready to do a real interesting video, like I said before. I think you probably know about it, this case. But I'm not going to give it away. It's going to be a surprise. And also, we're going to be having, I don't know when, but members only live stream. I was looking up this morning how to do that, and I figured it out. So we're going to have a members only live stream, and it's going to be about Darlie Routier. Yeah, I wanted to do a stream that was just like, some my channel members, kind of private, and I got something to share with you. That's all I'm going to say right now. It's going to be good, though. Really good. But I figure I'll probably do that stream, for my members one night, during the evening or something. Not too late because I go to bed early. They said they've counted 5 people dead around Lori. Well, Court TV, they didn't know how Lori's sister died, Pamela. I'm curious to find that out because she was only like in her early 30s maybe when she died. I can't remember exactly how old she was. Lori is a real black widow. Yeah, I'm just wondering how she talked Alex Cox into doing all of her dirty work and then killing himself. I think he killed himself. I think she talked him into doing it. He either killed himself or she poisoned him somehow. But I think he did it himself. That's my opinion. That's my gut feeling. I think he did it himself. I know for a fact he was her hitman. That's who done her dirty work. Well, that's my opinion. I know for a fact inside myself he did that for her. I should say it like that. I've got to get back to homeschooling, please. Oh, yeah. I got to get going too. Get some things done around here. Get some laundry done. And I got to go out to Walmart later. Got to go get some salt water for my hermit crabs and few different other things. I dread it. I'm going to be wearing a face mask. I think you got to have a face mask to get in Walmart here. It's a rumor we heard. I don't know if it's true. Pamela, yesterday my lips are sealed. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good stream, Pamela. Our members stream. See, I did post the Patreon link above. I do each live. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there's something else I was going to say. So I think it was Jean that commented yesterday, and she said, oh, you should leave the live chat up. She was wanting a link. Well, right after I do my live stream, if you watch the replay, sometimes the chat's not there. It's not there until the video gets done processing and uploading. So if you need a link out of the chat, wait a couple hours till after the live stream's over, because YouTube's been slow lately, and come back to the stream, and the chat should be there, because I always leave the live chat up for people to watch on replay. But like I said, it's not always there if you go back and watch it like right after I'm done. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Maybe it's overloaded. Used to, I do my live stream, and within a couple minutes after I ended it, it was processed and uploaded. Now it takes several hours. It's weird. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I'm going to sign off and get some laundry done and get some breakfast fixed. PayPal link, please. Oh, okay. Oh, Mel's got it. Oh, Mel, I forgot about you coming up. Well, maybe you can Monday. I don't know if you heard me, but at the beginning of the stream, I was like, oh, you can come up when we get done with the topics, and I completely forgot. I'm sorry. We'll have a fun day. Maybe Monday or something. We'll do some kind of trivia. Maybe Mel can come up. Emily, check PayPal in if you had. I will, Emily. Thank you. Yeah, Mel, at the beginning of my stream, I thought you were in here. Maybe you didn't hear me. Oh, you was getting Josh to sleep. Okay, you didn't hear me, but I did say that. And then I forgot. I got to rambling. What is tomorrow? Saturday? Oh, so no, it's Friday. Okay, yeah. So I will see y'all in the morning. I get all bum puzzled, y'all. Anyways, love y'all. Peace. Be kind. Oh, it's National Adopt a Pet Day. If you got time to take care of a pet and the patience, go to the shelter, adopt a dog or cat. Adopt, don't shop. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. Peace.